Hello everybody and welcome to another brand new episode of The Early Bird, and of course we've got another great one for you today. Joining us on this very special episode is Sabrina Schindel of McMaster Women's Lacrosse, here to promote VLC's Mental Health Week. You're going to want to stick around for that coming up in just a second. But as always, we are sponsored by our great friends at Fortino's Main West, who knows all students love a discount, especially on their groceries. So for right now, you can head over to Fortino's Main West every Tuesday with your student card to get a discount on your groceries. All right, let's jump into our great interview with Sabrina Schindel. Enjoy. Here we are, Sabrina Schindel of Women's Lacrosse, a 2019 Les Prince Award winner and a OUA All-Star for the McMaster Marauder Women's Lacrosse team. Sabrina, thank you so much for joining us today on The Early Bird.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Today we're here to talk about not your women's lacrosse accolades, but we're going to focus on something you're doing off the field today. You are a member of the Varsity Leadership Committee. As a group, are coordinating a mental health week running from November 30th to December 4th. But I'll let you explain the rest. What's going on? What are you guys doing for Mental Health Week?
Given that we can't run in-person events, we tried to find a way to do something online. So what we ended up deciding on was a week of mental health related content that is aimed at problems and situations that our athletes are going through. Next week, every day there's going to be a different theme.
Oh, really?
So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be different themes relating to mental health. So Monday and Friday are kind of general days, and then Tuesday we have our COVID-19 days. So specifically dealing with a lot of the issues and mental health struggles that our athletes are going through, specifically that have come up because of the pandemic. Wednesday, we're going to be talking about some financial struggles and how that can be really affected on your mental health. And Thursday, we have our mental health and sport days. But yeah, so that's kind of a general overview of next week.
Right on. Yeah, great breakdown of the whole week. It sounds like a full and great week. And obviously, this is kind of aimed and just coming from the athletic department. How does this apply to everyone in McMaster?
So this week, even though it's coming from McMaster Athletics and like Thursdays are mental health and sport day, a lot of the themes we're going to be touching on are applicable to just young people or even not young people. One of our main ideas, is kind of validating experiences of mental health struggles, which is a big thing.
Right.
A lot of the work the VLC does is about, or mental health work the VLC does is about ending the stigma around mental illness, because a lot of work and progress towards moving past mental illness or working through it comes from talking about it.
Absolutely.
So a lot of the things we're doing next week center on ways and methods to validate what people are going through. So I think they're useful themes for anyone.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Even if it's not, if we don't touch on exactly what you're going through, it's still useful to know that someone is going through something else or something similar, and it's okay to talk about it, and it's good to talk about it and get it out.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about your COVID-19 day, and it's a special kicker to mental health issues for everyone everywhere. How important is it just being part of this community? You're part of the McMaster Athletics community and part of this McMaster community at large that hasn't really been able to gather this year at all. How valuable are these events for getting that sense of community back?
So it's been really hard because I am I kind of threw myself into the athletic community when I got here. I kind of was just like, I want to be involved. I want to do stuff. And so I did. And this being my last year, it was really difficult not having that. And so I think it's really important that we're doing it online there, because it does kind of bring the community back together a little bit, because we're saying, here are these athletes that are going through this, and here are the struggles that we are going through personally. Like, these are very real, and it kind of bonds us even though we're not, or bonds the community even though we're not actually together, because it really does kind of connect through shared experiences. one of the things we do touch on in the COVID-19 day is how hard isolation can be in quarantining. But despite all these things, you're not alone in what you're going through. You're not alone. You still have this community. We are also here. Everyone still wants to connect. And I think that's really important given that we can't actually be together.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It is. It's extremely important. And I'm really glad you guys are putting on this event. And then we've got to talk about something about you and your lacrosse. You are voted most valuable teammate. Compared to your other awards, the Les Prince Award, which is a big award for community service here at McMaster, and your OUA All-Stars. How does it feel to have your teammates vote on this one for you?
It's really nice to have my teammates vote for me for that one, because it kind of shows that my passion for the sport on the field, off the field, whatever I'm doing, doesn't just kind of stay in my head. Like, it shows to other people as well. It shows to my teammates. Having external people vote for me, so like the All-Stars or the Les Prince Award, is always amazing, and I'm so thankful for those awards. But having my peers, so not like a judging committee, so like having my peers express that they feel that way is really nice.
Right on. Thank you so much to you and everyone else at the VLC for hosting this Mental Health Week, November 30th through December 4th. Stay tuned to the McMaster Sports Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, where you can follow along with all the great things that these guys are putting together. Sabrina, Schindel, thank you so much for joining us and continue the great work.
Thank you so much for having me. I was happy to be here.
Thanks so much to Sabrina for joining us this week and helping promote that great cause. Be sure to follow along this week on the McMaster Sports Instagram for all the great mental health awareness content coming up this November 30th through December 4th. You're not going to want to miss all that. And as always, we are sponsored by our great friends at Fortino's Main West. Don't forget to head there every Tuesday with your student card to get a discount on your groceries. We hope you enjoyed this episode of The Early Bird, and we hope we'll see you in the next one. See you then.